and welcome back to my channel. I posted this picture right here on my Instagram and I had so many requests from you guys to do a tutorial on this look. So here you go. Here you have it. I won't bore you with the chit chat. So let's get into the video. Okay, hello everyone. So I think that I'm gonna do more of like a get ready with me style with today's tutorial. I'm not really sure. I might cut all of this out. Who knows? It is about that time where my skin is all sorts of broken out, so I thought if I could like throw in a little bit of a how I cover these demons, then that would be great. But yeah, I've got Gerald and Bernard who have appeared upon my face. They're in the midst of going away, but they haven't gone away yet. I'm going to have to cover them up. I'm also using natural lighting today, which I never do. So today is just gonna be an interesting day. Let's just see what happens, okay? But I'm gonna start off using the Benefit Professional Primer. Okay, so starting out, I'm gonna do my first layer of trying to cover these holes with the NYX Gadget Covered Total Cover concealer. I just picked this up and I used it for the first time when I did this look, and I absolutely freaking hated it. Let's give her another try, maybe. The coverage is really good, so I don't know how to feel about that. See, that is really nice. Yeah, Bernard or whatever I named him, Bernard. It's pretty much all covered up now. I'm gonna put this on Gerald. I think I like it, but I think I hate it. Does that make sense? Apply that to all of my red areas as well, and I guess we'll take it on the eyelid because why not? See, that's really, really nice, but I hate the finish so much. The finish on it is horrible. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my normal Fenty Beauty foundation, and this stuff is amazing. And when I had used this the other day over top of this, because it is such a matte foundation, it really did like cut the shine really nicely on this concealer. So hopefully it'll be nice to me and do that again. I've got my foundation on and I'm gonna move into cream contouring. So I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Palette, and I'm going to go and I usually mix these two lightest shades together, and that's what I highlight with. So let's just jump in and do that. And I kind of go over my little face demons with those as well because it just adds an extra layer of coverage onto those guys. So I'm gonna go under my eyes with this, down the bridge of my nose, up onto my forehead, around the sides of my nose, and on my chin. Cover up Bernard. And then on a smaller beauty blender, I take this shade right here. I don't really ever touch those, at least not this time of year because I'm pasty. But this one is like the lightest and the coolest. So I just dip in and then right underneath my cheekbones just kind of pat that and like blend it out as I'm going, just to cast a little shadow and give that more defined cheekbone. Then I'm gonna go into my temples doing that as well, and then along the side of my nose and the tip of my nose as well. Okay, and so then taking my Laura Mercier setting powder, I am gonna take this, kind of get it, I'm close to the bottom, I really need to go to the store. So then taking this on the back of a big fluffy sponge, I'm gonna put this everywhere that I put that highlight. So cake that on under my eyes. I'm focusing it on my face demons as well. Get those mattified and hidden. And then down my nose and up under my forehead, around that lower lip area, and then on that chin, good lord. And then I don't go in with any other powder right away. This dried down and I do my brows while I'm letting that sit. Where's my brow powder? Oh, yeah. I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and I'm in the shade Taupe on the back of this little mermaid angled brush. Need a mirror so I can see what I'm doing, so I can stop looking in my viewfinder. Then I just kind of take this, I first focus the product in like the center of the brow and drag it down to the tail. And then I do like this top part right here, drag it down to the tail. And then everything that's left over from there, I kind of just use to fill in. My camera stopped recording. Now I'm dipping in one more time and I'm just darkening this under here and sweeping it forward and then feathering upwards. So when I'm working at the front, I am barely putting any pressure on the brush. The powder that was baking underneath my eyes has probably sat for long enough. So then I'm gonna take, where did it go? The NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. And I'm gonna take that on the flat side of my Real Techniques sponge. And so I'm gonna swirl a good amount of product. So this sponge is still damp. And I'm gonna start stamping that on everywhere. Like she's on there, and then that leaves you with a very, very full coverage face, which I like. Everything is powdered and good, so I go in and I do like one layer of setting spray so that way none of this gets up. Okay, and so I basically ignore the rest of the face and just do my eyes because I'm sick of touching my face right now. I know some of you are not aware of this fact, but I am indeed a freaking genius. I was sitting in the floor and it really hurt my knees, so I decided I'm gonna use that thinking thing that is in my head, and I figured out a way to rig this up so I don't have to sit in the floor. I'm stupid. Okay, so I did my face, and now I am moving on to my eyeballs. I'm gonna use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in Eden. So to start off this look, I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. I'm gonna first be dipping in with this shade right here called So Bougie. I'm gonna take this on a, today is not my day. I'm gonna take this on a fluffy brush and taking very minimal product, I'm just gonna start wiggling that in kind of halfway on the lid and halfway on the crease, just so I have a base for the other colors to hang on to. And then to just slightly deepen up the crease, I'm going to be taking this shade right here, which is called Chocolate Truffle. Then just going back in with that fluffy brush and just blending so that way there's no skips and no lines and no creases and, you know, all of those things that you don't want. Then I'm going in with this palette that I created myself, which is compiled of mostly ColourPop shades. So I'm gonna start off with this brightest shade right here. And this is, what are you? It's called For Sure from ColourPop. Really, I'm just kind of placing it down, and then I'm gonna blend everything out after I get the pigment built up to where I want it. And I'm wanting it to be like a really fierce and intense hot pink. And I don't have like a light matte pink, so I'm using this blush that I have right here from Alexis Vogel in the shade In Love. And I'm just gonna use that to kind of buff out this pink. And just using that same Tarte brush, I'm then going in to this shade right here, which is just a little bit more purpley of a pink. And this is called Seize the Day by ColourPop. And I'm just taking that right on top of and kind of underneath that For Sure shade that we just put down. And then right here, I'm kind of just taking that In Love shade and just blending it from the inner crease down onto the sides of the nose. And then going back into the chocolate gold palette, I'm taking this shade right here, which is called New Money. Again, I'm going right into that crease. This is a little bit more shimmery. So this one I'm putting into the crease and kind of using it in circular motions to blend those colors outwards. Basically, I'm just layering on the pinks. And then going in with this purple shade from the chocolate gold palette, and this one is called Livin' Lavish. I'm like a dome-shaped pencil brush, and this I'm hugging really just into the crease. So this is kind of drawing out our cut crease. Just kind of take your time and blend. You don't want to cover up any of that pink. You just want to define your crease. I just like to go back in and just make sure everything's blended again with that In Love shade. And then I'm going in with the concealer that I hate, the NYX Got You Covered concealer, because that's all I have to work with right now. That's in my shade. It's really annoying. I'm just taking that on the back of my hand with a concealer brush, and we are just gonna go over our lids to kind of start carving out that cut crease. Starting at the bottom, very minimal product on my brush, just kind of using that concealer, guide your cut crease, or your, I guess your cut crease, where you want your lid shade to be. Take your time with this. Do not rush this, because it can go from like looking good to I just covered up all of my eyeshadow real quick. And then once you're happy with that, I'm gonna take a like nudie pink shadow. This one is also from ColourPop, and this is in the shade Pep Talk. And I'm gonna take this on a fluffy brush, and we're just gonna take that on top of the concealer. I'm kind of using this side of the fluffy brush. And then taking this ColourPop shadow, this one is called On the Fence, and going right on top of that shadow again. And this time I'm kind of packing it on a little heavier because I want that pink pigment to shine through. And then I'm going back into my crease with that purple Livin' Lavish shade, and I'm just darkening up right where I kind of covered up shadow with my cut crease. Okay, so I'm gonna take the leftovers from the pinks that I did and just drag that under my eye. And putting that all along my lower lash line. Okay, so I'm gonna tight line my top waterline with the Perversion liner from Urban Decay. This is where it gets weird. It's fine, I'm covering that up with glitter. Taking the 24/7 Glide On eye pencil in Voodoo, I'm gonna take this on the bottom waterline. And then taking the Alexis Vogel Glow Dust in the shade Constellation. I'm gonna take that on this flat packing paddle brush. And it's just kind of like a pink iridescent glitter. I'm gonna put this all just on that lid where we did the light pink. And I had kind of boofed a little bit of eyeliner up there, so I'm just kind of buffing that out with the glitter. Fun tip, you can do that. Then I'm gonna take the Tarte Man Eater mascara and just coat my lashes. And then for my bottom lashes, I'm gonna take the NYX Color Mascara in Purple Violet. Today I'm gonna be taking the Tarte Boss Babe lashes. I think that's what they're called. Excuse me, they're called Girl Boss. And I'm using the Tarte lash glue and painting that on here. And using my Ardell applicators to just set them as close to the lash line as possible. Ooh la la. Okay, so moving on to the rest of the face. Hi neighbor. I'm gonna be taking the NYX Matte Bronzer in Medium. I'm gonna take that on this Alexis Vogel Fluffy, I think it's a blush brush, but I like to use it for bronzer. And I'm just gonna take that into right under my cheekbone, my temples, down my nose, under my jaw, and down my neck. And then for blush, I'm gonna take Tarte Partay. And I'm gonna use a Lexi 660 Precision brush. It says it's for foundation. I've never used it for that. Just brushing that onto the tops of my cheekbones. And then for highlighter today, I'm using a lot of them. I am first gonna go in with the ColourPop Mine Came Broken. So I just kind of mushed it to try and fix it. But this is Over the Moon, and it's their Super Shock Cheek. Oh, I love it. So my favorite way to apply this is with my finger. So I'm just gonna swirl my finger in that and then just tap it onto my cheekbones, and girl, it gives such a pretty sheen. It does have glitter in it, so I don't know if that is a problem for you with highlighters, but glitter is my best friend, so it is not a problem for me. Putting that, I only put that on the tops of my cheekbones. And then I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Kilowatt highlighter, and I am using Metal Moon. Lots of moons are happening in this look. I'm gonna take that on this, oh, it's just by Ipsy, and it's their tapered highlight brush in B36. And I'm gonna take this one down the bridge of the nose, on the tip of my nose, on my Cupid's bow. I'm not doing my chin because I have that big blemish there. I'm gonna take this on the top of my brow bone And then I'm gonna take a little dome brush. This is an Alexis Vogel dome brush. And I'm gonna use this on the inner corner of my eye. That'll be like the first inner corner highlight. And I'm gonna take the Anastasia Aurora Glow Kit. And I'm gonna take a mixture between Spectra and Luna, and I'm gonna take that on my inner corner as well. I'm gonna take a little more Luna and really punch that in. It's super pretty. And then just taking, these are no-name brushes. I got these as a gift from my boo. And so this is just a flat brush, and I'm gonna take a mixture between Luna, Orion, and Eclipse on this, and I'm gonna go over the ColourPop cheek that I put on, just to intensify it, because I love me some glow. And then I'm gonna take this a little bit on the tip of the nose as well, because I really like a shiny nose highlight. And so then just finishing it up with lips. Going in with the Youngblood lip liner in Plum. And I am gonna overline my lips. And the NYX Lingerie Liquid Lipstick, and I'm taking the shade Satin Ribbon. Oh, I have a cat. Hi, baby. Hey, baby. Are you gonna be in the video? Can I put my lips on, honey? Can I put my lips on? And then I want to snuggle after. Yeah, I love you. You just want to be famous. You'll get more famous than me. And then I'm taking the Alexis Vogel Luminous Lip Gloss, and I think this is just nude. The little sticker thingy came off of it. Mwah! And then I'm just finishing it off with some setting spray, and this is the Kat Von D Lock-It setting spray. And then there you have it. That's the completed look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this week's video. I have my Lilith up here again. And I hope you guys have a very happy and fun Valentine's Day. And if you like this look, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next week. Bye bye, beauties.